Guys, what the hell? We were just on a parking lot because here's like a box where you can ship off your packages. And there was a dude in like a weirdly nice suit, like a really nice looking one, and he was carrying two like hard shell suitcases with him, and I don't know, it just looked so weird. He went to a different guy parked on the parking lot, looking crazy, like normal, with sweatpants and a snapback on and everything, so like not matching the vibe. And they loaded the suitcases in the trunk, and then the nice looking guy got into the car with him and they drove off. But like, have I read too much? Like, have I just read too many books and my head is just making up stories of like everyday scenarios, or was that weird? Like, would you be freaked out if you saw this? Also, the car's license plate showed that it was only registered for 6 months, and like, it was on a parking lot on a Sunday, and on Sundays in Germany everything's closed, so there's no reason to be on the parking lot. I'm about to go play paddle tennis for the first time, and I'm quite excited. And now I gotta fix my hair because I got a haircut. And honestly, if I don't style it, it looks ridiculous, which is a little bit sad because I'm more of a low maintenance girly. But now I gotta deal with this. So if I don't style it, my head just kind of looks like a mushroom. So we're gonna fix that. Guys, I did it. I did it! I finally invested a little bit into this channel, and I bought myself a tripod. And I don't know why, but this makes me so happy because I can finally stop using the most random ass props in my home to prop up the camera, because usually I just stack things on top of each other and put the camera on top. And now I don't need to do that anymore because I got a tripod. So from now on you'll probably get a little bit better shots because I can properly set up with the tripod. And while we're here, I wanted to give an update on the kind of vlog situation. I'm trying to vlog more. I'm not really doing a good job, also because of this thing, because I still have a shit ton to do for uni. But we're getting somewhere. I have finally found a topic for my end of semester essay, and it needs a bit more work because my prof was not happy with the expose I wrote, and I need to go over it a bit and change out some focus points and some scientific literature I am working with, because she wasn't quite happy with it, but she did like the general topic. We are going with the before and after picture as a form of a narration that can stand for its own, and how this is like its own format in social media and web and like marketing as well. So yeah, I kind of need to narrow it down, shift the focus a little bit, and like rewrite the whole expose thingy until like end of the week. Yeah. And then also I am really trying to get down my screen time because I can't even tell you about it. It's horrendous. I am spending so much of my time looking at my frickin' phone. It's too much. So I did get myself a journal, and I have started journaling, and honestly this is something that feels so good. I just put on a candle and sit down and take some time for myself and just write down stuff. And it's not even like I wouldn't say it's like a therapeutic kind of thing where I put down my feelings from the day. Sometimes I do, but mostly it's creative writing and just, I don't know, brain dumping really. But that feels so good. And also I'm really trying to like just be a bit more on the creation side of things instead of the consuming side of things, which is so fun to start because I have a million trillion billion things saved on social media, where I was like, oh, this looks so cool, I want to try to reproduce that. And now I am, instead of scrolling TikTok or any social media like just mindlessly, I strategically go into my saved things and go into my folder for like want to redo or like crafts or like creation stuff, and I pick something and I try to do one thing at least every second day, and so far this has been working and I'm really happy about that. To give you a reading update, still in the second book of Game of Thrones. I'm still doing a lot of uni reading, but I want to try to start the second Game of Thrones vlog this weekend, and also get back into reading that, so that I can progress with the Game of Thrones series on here. So what I'm gonna do now, as I'm done with work and it's a Friday evening and football is once again postponed, I don't really have any evening plans. I don't know, we'll see. And my cat is being annoying. Come here. Yes. Say hi. I swear she's like a sucker for attention. Whenever I prop up the camera... Dude! Yeah, whenever I prop up the camera, she's like here and she's like, I'm the star. Also, I'm so glad with all the progress that I'm making with my hand. It's like we're getting somewhere. I can like use both hands to pet my cat again, and I can pick things up slightly if it's not too heavy. Like this is on the brink of being too heavy, but it works. And then next week I have another, what's that called? I have another x-ray scheduled for next Friday, and if everything looks good I can start to like put weight on it again, because so far I'm not allowed to do that. But yeah, maybe next week. That would be an amazing update, because it's getting so frustrating. But I can tie up my own hair again. Like I did this myself and I'm very proud of that, because I couldn't for the past 7 weeks. For the past 7 weeks, I had to ask my partner to tie up my hair if I wanted it out of my face. It's crazy. Right? That's crazy. Okay guys, first time filming with a tripod, and I am loving the frame. Like, I've never achieved it to look this nice with all my makeup prop stands. And you know, I have adult money and I shouldn't have, because I tend to be a little irresponsible with it, because I have a million unread books and I still went book shopping today because I felt like it. So I'm gonna show you what I got. Actually, one book isn't mine, that is my partner's. I'm still gonna mention it. It's called The Fabric of Our Souls. I think it's about a love story that happens in a psychiatric clinic. Yeah, I think so. It came with a really cute like page inlay. But yeah, that's not really my thing, so we're not gonna chat about it too much. And then I got two more. One is called The Witch. And it's about a woman living in a small French town. She is basically trapped in a very cruel marriage, and she passes her magical gifts on to her twin daughters, and it's a bit about their struggle. Yeah, it's modern lit fic. I know I tend to enjoy this, and what's really good is because I don't really have time for reading right now, and this is very thin and the print is like huge on the pages. So I think I might be able to finish this in between all my uni assignments and uni readings. So this is probably gonna be the next book review. And then I got Yesteryear, which I talked about in the mid-year book tag I did. Yesteryear is about an influencer woman who lives this like traditional tradwife thing on the internet, but in reality she is not actually living it. She's basically just portraying it. And behind the camera, she's got a nanny, and obviously she's earning money from her social media stuff, and she's not depending on her husband like the traditional values that she portrays online. And that woman is suddenly trapped in 1700 something, 1800 something. Honestly, I'm not quite sure right now. But basically she gets set back in time, and suddenly has to live this treadwife life that she has been pretending to be living. And yes, this is the hype and talked about so much online right now, and I saw it and I couldn't leave it behind. Guys, I'm on my way to go to a museum exhibit with my bestie. It's about ecofeminism. I don't know. She booked it for us and asked me if I want to come. I was like, sure. And you know how Germans have this, how it's always said of Germans that they're so punctual, and when people come to this country they think that like the trains will be so on time. Yeah, well, that is absolutely false. The German train situation is horrendous. I was trying to go to a different city to get to this museum, and usually the commute is like 45 minutes and it's pretty fine, like you can totally do that, but the train was 50 minutes late. 50 when it comes in an hourly tact, I guess. Yeah, so my amazing partner decided that she would just drive me, thank you baby, so that I can make it on time. But yeah, it's like, if you ever come to Germany, do not expect the trains to be on time. I can finally come to you with a reading update that I have finished a book. It was a very small one, and it was not the one that I got new within this vlog, but it is one that I got a few weeks ago when I was at the Christopher Street Day in Cologne. I have a freaking fly in here, which is crazy annoying and distracting. Yeah, so I got this book at the Christopher Street Day, and the premise of this book is basically death falls in love with a soul that has died or is on the brink of death and was supposed to be reincarnated into a different life. But the thing is, it's the soul that death herself fell in love with 500 years ago. So like 500 years prior. And she has been in love with this soul for 500 years, and now that she has finally met her again, she cannot just let her go by reincarnating her into an unknown life. So she sends her back into the one she was supposed to depart from. And yeah, that starts off a weird love triangle between said soul, death, and another woman. It's a sapphic love story, and to be honest, in the beginning I felt like the characters were all a little bit flat, and I don't know, I didn't really feel the depth to the story, but it did gain its depth with every page I turned, and in the end I was really touched, and the story took a very nice spin, and I don't want to spoiler it. Honestly, I'm not sure if it's available in English, because it is a German book from a German indie author. It's also not traditionally published but self-published, but she has about 15-ish books out, and this was my first one from her. It's even signed because the author was present herself at the little booth she had at the Christopher Street Day. So yeah, I did really enjoy this, and it got a solid 3.5 stars from me on Fable. Also, if you don't follow me on Fable yet, I always have it linked in my description. And while we're already here, leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and I would love to see you in the comments. But yeah, so basically this is a sapphic love story between death herself and a soul she was supposed to reincarnate. And it was really touching. I did enjoy this. So yeah, that is what I did on the weekend. I also finished the exposé for uni and handed that in again, and now it's time to wait for Monday to see what my prof says, or maybe even Tuesday or Wednesday, because there's no guarantee she will get back to me tomorrow on Monday. But yeah, I think this is kind of where I'm gonna end off the vlog. I am gonna say that I'm probably very much likely gonna start The Witch today, I guess. So hopefully we'll hear about that in the next vlog. And I will really try to get back to Game of Thrones. Yes, lovely to have you here, and I hope we see each other in the next one.